Everybody looks over at us. We're like, no, all I heard was,
Uh-oh.
can I go there and steal? She's not.
Take his parking
It's
lot.
like a new kid in.
May I ask you a question first? Let me just answer it. When you watch every day,
I know, and you go where you're told to go.
you said it was more people like answer the people.
Yes.
You don't let us all age out these things. Don't answer it, say yes or no.
No. Isn't that what I said? I said, I'm the new kid on the block, so I'm going to get the crummy place. I'm not this for a thing.
What
We're live.
what sickness do they have? 'Cause I talked to my priest last night, and you were talking about some they were sick. The same thing Carol has. But yeah, but do you know what what it is?
Sounds like it's about 3/4.
Yeah.
Because our priest has it. He took most of yesterday off.
Okay. Big story, honey.
Uh-huh.
I'll just squirt some lemon juice down there. Spoonful of butter.
That's him.
Heat it up just a little bit. Stir it up. It tastes, anything that takes out that bad is got to be good.
Yeah.
That's what I need to say
Amen.
about that. And hold your nose to drink, because it is not nice.
Man, the day that you used to be able to go in and get cough syrup and codeine in it, it would knock the cough out of me in a day. Can't do it anymore.
Drink a whole bottle.
No, I don't. I use pain. I go in there and
Then
get.
she went here, she just still lives up there back there.
I had a bad day yesterday. First of all, the hair color came out way dark. This is for your money. Okay, I'm like, well, no, I'm.
Looks good.
This was by accident. This was by, and then the first loaf of bread I made, that was a fiasco. And then I had to try to get all the stuff out of the bread.
Well, the hair looks fine. I'm sure the bread looks fine. It tastes good.
Well, the second loaf tasted great. The crust was way too dark for me. It was too crunchy. But I'm trying different things. Like I made some mozzarella cheese. You make it from milk.
Yeah.
You boil the milk to a certain temperature and you pour vinegar in or something else, and it separates the cream from the liquid, and it makes cheese. But what's left is called whey.
Yeah.
Well, I use the whey in lieu of water for making the bread. Because they say, oh, it makes exceptional bread. Well, I don't know what happened. First of all, there wasn't it was too sticky, so I added more flour, and it just got, and it started rising really good. And I was like, okay. And then when I went back to look,
I watched him or something.
it had fallen and was,
The bread.
yeah, and my disaster day, everything I touched, I say went good. You better lay me something.
Made Thanksgiving dinner last night.
Did you?
For the kids. Oh, it's gone. It is gone.
Very nice.
Made just enough for them. No, it's because I'll be in Dallas. I've already made plans that
You're
if
going on
if the Cardinals, when we win tonight, then I'll change my flight to 5 a.m. coming back. I'll be there for the game. Mm-hmm.
go ahead and be on standby then, because if something happens.
I can fix this stuff in a heartbeat. You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, I won't miss it. I won't miss it.
It's already letting the threats begin this morning. Let us say first, TGIF and
Go Cards.
go Cards.
Go Cards.
Go
God.
Cards.
Boy, what hints I have to give. This
Oh, I
this
didn't know.
queuing
I
system. I feel
thought
like
you
those
were
guys
calling
off camera there at the talk shows, the comedians, when you're giving them hand signals and trying to get them to do stuff. Good morning, I'm Rayford Brown, your lovable deplorable.
And I'm Chris Marks.
And I'm Lee Barrows. Who has to put up with these two?
What I did was introduce myself.
It's a little cloudy out there, but it's warm. That's the good thing, and looking like we're going to stay a little bit cloudy, and so it's not going to be a bad day. It's going to be warm. So here's the way I look at it. Jones Oslo, I'm sorry, but it's okay. You make up for it this winter and during the summer. You always do. The longer I can go without heat that's plugged into electricity, the better off I am. Right?
Yep.
And the way I really put it, I can open the doors and the windows and let some fresh air in and let the stale air out.
Perfect.
So there's another reason for doing all of that. How y'all?
Doing great. It's Friday. That means Friday night football for the Cardinals.
Friday night football, and we got some more boys and girls traveling over this way. The girls will be their drill team. They're cheerleaders, but the boys will be playing football. And they're a formidable. Stand by. Samuel Morse just popped in. He wants to say something. Anybody ever know today who Samuel Morse was? Anybody ever read those books back when you were in elementary school, grammar school, we called it?
I don't remember back that far.
Oh, you don't? Wow, I do.
I just remember Dr. Seuss.
No wonder you had a problem with the ham exam.
That's not even good.
I did talk to that gentleman yesterday at length who requested when Timmy was here, and he wants to get his ham ticket.
Great.
I interrupted his lunch yesterday. Sorry. No, I'm not. But
sorry, not sorry.
I'm sorry about that. But anyway, he's going to be studying. I'm trying to help him get set up.
Good.
To do the same thing you did. I may ask you to talk with him about the QRZ stuff because he was having trouble signing up for it as a non-ham.
Mine is still messed up.
Well, yours is because you're trying to sign up as a ham now, right?
Right, and it won't let me put my email in there because it said
I understand that, but
it's already in
we
there.
need to get him fixed first, and
Yes.
then we can make a call and get you fixed. Or
If I was him, I would not even sign up for it right now. I've
Oh,
got
I
this
can't-
perfect site for him to go to.
to study. Well, then
Yes.
you take the number and call him today, would you?
Okay.
Okay. And for you guys who would like to be amateur radio operators, there are some sites out there online that you can go and you can
Mhm.
study. And there's some places where you can do some really cool stuff out there online to learn to get your license. Doesn't teach you to be a ham. There's nothing online that will teach you to be a ham. A gift of gab will always be good. And
Mhm.
and there are so many variables and so many different things that you can have fun with. And if you ever want to know something about it, maybe stop by and see what a bunch of hams do on the first Saturday of every month, except the first Saturday of December. But the first Saturday of every month at 9:00 in the morning, we meet at the EOC building in a room there, and we all get together as a club, and then we all talk ham, and we welcome new people to just stop by and say hey, and maybe spark your interest, or you may have a little bit of interest. So, all right, that's aside. What else is happening? Oh God, politics. God, you know what? We get to give our quitters every month some stuff we rub on them to keep those blasted ticks out.
Yeah.
How do we keep politics out? Is there something we need to change that? Ticks are just bad.
Pepper
They're
spray.
little bloodsuckers. Well,
We
there
have
you go.
persuasion.
There you go.
All I've got to say is 2026 is going to be
Yeah,
crazy.
and that's another
Yeah.
political year. Another bunch of
Oh,
You know,
plastic politics.
something
Oh.
that just hit me. How about as we do with our children?
Beat them.
No,
Into submission?
put them in a corner.
no, they get report cards. How often they get report cards?
Every 6 weeks.
These elected officials should get a report card every 6 weeks, and when they get D's, which is most of the time right now, they get punished. And how do they get punished?
Beat them.
Deduct some of their pay.
That will work.
Was something I can discuss.
It's disgusting.
Last night, yesterday, I happened to come across a post that one of our House representatives for North Carolina made.
State House guy. Yeah.
State House, right? Which shocked me because
Is he doing well today?
he went after another representative for the state,
Mm-hmm.
making accusations, and he also included Phil Berger in on it. And I'm like,
were the allegations he was making, were they true?
I can't say that they were. I know that, okay, put it out there. He made allegations against Jimmy Dixon, who's a House rep, NC House rep from another district.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be ours in Onslow County, but they moved districts. And he accused Jimmy of voting against the concealed carry without a permit bill, the NC Freedom to Carry. And so I thought, I'm going to go in there and look. So I looked, and it showed the first vote, Jimmy voted against it, but that was also the majority vote on that bill, which tells me if the majority vote is against it, then they've got tweaking to do. On the second reading, he voted in favor of it, which the majority votes for that bill were yes.
Mhm.
And I know it's still working in a work in progress, but and he also accused Jimmy of being in the pockets of Phil Berger, who we all know who Phil Berger is. He's
No, we don't. They don't.
He's with the Senate, and he's the head man in the Senate for North Carolina, the pro temp, or whatever, pro temp. Yeah. So anyway, and I'm like, why would you do that publicly? Why would you put your dismay or your argument with somebody you sit next to in the House of Representatives for North Carolina? Why would you put that, whether you're right or wrong? Why would you put that all over social media? I just found it very childish. And I'm like, oh, we're becoming like the federal government now?
How else would you express your displeasure with the individual and the way the individual voted if you did have
Go
displeasure?
to his face.
Well, that's only one-on-one, but you don't let the other people out there. You don't make a decision on how he's going to vote, but the people, his constituents, do, right?
Right. But you know,
You know
what?
that I am the devil's advocate here.
I
so
know
go
that,
ahead.
but why don't you put it out there like, all right, there was 2 votes. The first one he voted no on, but that was the majority vote. So he was not the only one that voted no. Second reading, he voted yes. The majority votes on the second reading were yes. I don't understand what the problem is.
Okay, now let's back up, change the topic a little bit, but go
All right.
stay on topic. So I want to ask you too.
Yes.
Both of you. The first reading, it didn't pass.
Right.
Mhm.
What did they do to get that into a second attempt? And why should they? Doesn't that take up a lot of our time? If it ain't good enough to pass the first time, put it off to the next session, right?
That's the way bills
It
work,
should be.
though.
I know.
Yep.
Don't give me the way it's always been done.
That's the way. That's the process.
That's the problem, not the process.
But
the
it's the
problem is that
process.
things like that tie up our time and they can't get anything done.
All right. Say you have.
So if they can't pass on the first reading, go away.
No, it goes back into committee, and during the first reading, then they'll argue. Well,
If
we should
you don't
change.
succeed, you should
No.
quit. Where's that grenade? I love throwing those things.
It's just like I say the Republican Party locally will bring up a resolution. Hey, we want a resolution saying that we want our state legislators to
walk and talk at the same time.
Oh,
and
okay,
chew
yeah,
gum
fine.
and stuff.
Okay, so what happens is you put it on the floor and you discuss it, and people say, no, we don't like the way this reads. It should read like this, blah, blah, blah. You should add this. You should subtract that. That can go on for, I mean, believe me, the state conventions, that goes on all day long.
There's the problem.
And so, no, it's a process of people.
You're tying up my time.
But that's the way it works, Rayford.
That's the way it doesn't
You
work.
can't walk a bill in there and say, here it is, read it, vote yes or no. If it's no, throw it in the trash. If it's yes, we pass it. There's things that have to be tweaked. There's things that have to be fixed.
They should be fixed before it gets that far.
No, you can't
You
because
have a committee, right?
you have a committee, but a committee is only a small amount of people.
Yeah.
And then you take it before 100, senators in North Carolina or however how many House members that we have. And each side gets to say, that sounds really good, but why don't we make it better by adding
Then
this?
why don't you just take it to the full House and the first full Senate at the same time?
Because it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work the way it is either.
Yes, it does. It's
Because
a process.
how many does not ever see the light of day? How many bills that are so-called bills that are introduced are discussed that never see the light of day, that never become law? That every one of those is a waste of time.
Well, you could probably ask Representative Keith Kidwell about that.
Now you just gave away your secret, didn't you?
No, it's not a secret. I mean, just for an example, let me use Keith as an example. Keith is one that he likes to come up with bills that he likes to present, and they go straight into a committee. And a lot of them don't come out of the committee. But he's not the only one. There's other representatives.
They all do it.
That's right. But that's how it works.
But that's not the way it should be done.
Rayford, if they had a bill, if somebody presented a bill saying that they want to raise the interstate speed from 70 to 85, do you think they should
Yes
just
or no?
But there's a lot of factors involved. Okay, what's the rate of deaths from people speeding on the interstate? They're going to investigate all that, because they're not going to want to just come up with a crazy bill like that, and it could harm North Carolinians.
Why would you even? That's not going to pass the first reading.
You just need to spend more time in politics.
No, I don't. I would like to keep my sanity and stay, God-fearing and not fear the people in politics.
I'll
Okay.
ask a general question.
Go ahead.
You better stay neutral is all I got to
No,
say.
it's a no.
910-333-0139. You politicians out there, now's your chance.
Right.
It's a very neutral question.
Right.
Who technically writes the bill? And when I ask that, I'm asking by this. So take anybody from the House that you want. Pick anybody.
Right.
Anybody.
Pick anybody. Okay.
Anybody.
Let's pick Wyatt Gable. He's
Wyatt
our
Gable.
representative.
Wyatt
Let's
Gable.
pick him.
Does Wyatt actually write the bill, or does somebody working for him write the bill?
I know the Wyatt did introduce a bill. Don't ask me what it is. I cannot remember.
Who
It was
wrote
a
it?
very good. He wrote it himself, and
Personally.
he took it in there, and it went into committee. I don't think it's come out of committee where a lot of bills go and sit. And that's the same thing with the U.S. government. They'll introduce a bill. They'll have a group of people, a committee or whatever, introduce a bill,
I got an
and then
idea.
it goes into legislation.
I got an idea. You ready?
What?
You know how the state Department of Transportation, for instance, let's take them. They put out for bids
Mhm.
projects, right?
Right.
And they require a bond to be put up for the successful winner of those bids, right?
Correct.
That's true.
And if they don't fulfill the obligations, then they forfeit those bonds, right?
Correct.
So every time somebody introduces a bill, said individual has to put up a bond, cash dollars. And if it gets through the entire House or the entire Senate, then he doesn't have to pay money. If it doesn't go anywhere, because it's just a waste of time, then it costs him money and not me. I rest my case.
But it's just not. If you have to
I
give,
know, you got to
them
play
all,
the game. Glad I'm not in that
No,
game.
you have to give them all the time to debate it because they're debating for us, not for themselves, for us.
Where are our referees? We need somebody with yellow handkerchiefs.
Well, we've got referees up
tonight.
there.
Penalties.
That'd be tonight.
Here's a good reporter out there. A good reporter who really wants to come up with a series of stories.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's not brand new right out of college, because not anything against you, but you just don't have the inside workings of how to do things yet. And you'll be stymied everywhere you go. You need somebody with a little bit of that you don't care about how mad you make people. You're going to have to do that. Go up and pull every piece of introduced legislation that is sent to a committee over a period of 2 sessions in the state house, 2 sessions in the state senate, and find out how many of those are ever get anywhere as far as, do they even make it to the floor for a full vote? How many do not make it to the full floor for a vote? Out of all of those introduced, out of a 100 introduced, how many of them make it to?
But it doesn't take that much time to say, send it back to committee. That's all you have to do. Boom, it's back.
Then it didn't get anywhere.
Right.
So that was a
But
failure.
you're going to have that. Okay, let's say, Rayford,
Not if you do it right the first time.
say you
Do your
took,
homework.
say you are now George Cleveland. You know, I mean, you're not George, you're Rayford, but you're filling his seat now. And you go
He
to
doesn't have a
Raleigh,
seat.
and you know what I'm saying. All right.
I'm not running.
Rayford, you are
Well,
now
Mr.
a
George.
North Carolina House of Representative. You got voted in. You got elected. You go to Raleigh. Somebody puts a bill out that introduces a bill saying, hey, I think that we should put a limit on how many rounds a person can carry for a weapon. In other words, you've got a 45 millimeter. How many
45
rounds?
caliber.
45 caliber, yes. I'm sorry. I'm thinking ahead of myself. I'm thinking 9. But anyway, okay, you've got the clips.
Magazines.
The magazines. I've always called them clips. You've got the magazines and they carry 10 rounds.
Mhm.
All right. Say somebody introduces a bill and they say, we're not going to allow, we're going to make it law. You can't carry over 5 rounds
Mhm.
in a magazine.
Mhm.
Would you sit there and say nothing?
I just say no.
Okay. Well, so then you're debating it.
No, I just say no. It's going to be a no vote.
No, but you would stand up knowing you, Rayford, you go like, how does carrying it only 5
No,
make,
I just say no.
you know?
And I would, by that time, if I know that was coming to the floor, you talking about going to the full Senate?
Well,
full Senate or
being
House?
first introduced.
First
Being
introduced?
first
It
introduced.
won't ever come out of committee.
No, say it did come out of committee
If
now
it did.
and it went to the floor and you guys are going to vote on it,
Then
but
that's the simple part.
you
There
have discussion.
will be discussion on the floor, and then it will be no. They're going to send it back then? No.
But that's the way it
comes
works.
Once it comes out of committee and they say yay or nay, then it's dead or it moves forward.
No, because somebody could stand up. You could stand up and say, I think we should reconsider this. And I think where it says 5, we should say 10. Let's send it back. That's the way it works. It's like Robert's rules. You make a motion, somebody seconds it, and then you have a period of discussion.
I have a question.
What's the weather gonna be?
Well, I'm getting to that one too because I have to mention something about tonight. But we do not have a passed budget. Is that correct?
Yep, we don't.
No, we don't.
The government, the United States government, did not pass a budget. Correct?
Yep.
Correct.
How is it that we're still operating and the federal government couldn't operate?
They passed what I guess you would say is a temporary,
Yeah.
you know.
It can continue under the same budget arrangements that they had before, is the way I understand it,
Yeah,
until they adopt a budget.
right.
This, we have 535 of the dumbest people in the country, because I don't know another 535 people gathered together that could not have figured this out in 12 months.
It's just
Do you-
not that simple, but I know what you're saying, and I
No.
agree with you to a certain
If
extent.
it's not that
but-
simple, somebody's made it complex for a reason. And those who add complexities to an issue, they are the problem. And they need to say goodbye.
No, they're out there to debate. I mean, they've got to debate. They've got to talk about it. And I want to bring up something real quick. You were talking about contractors
Yeah.
in North Carolina. There's a story that came out yesterday. North Carolina.
They
I'll
made
make
it-
this quick.
Made it illegal to have contracts.
Defense contractor Pratt and Whitney appears to have received special treatment from North Carolina officials at its Asheville plant in the form of expedited state funding and accountability loopholes. Who exactly took the steps on the company's behalf isn't always clear from the record. They're saying that everybody up in the state's going like, what? We didn't do it. An amendment in the Helene disaster relief bill fast-tracked money to Pratt & Whitney, the manufacturer of jet engine components in Asheville, sidestepping an opportunity for public comment. Plus, the company, which is a division of Raytheon, failed to meet job creation requirements in 2022, but collected local taxpayers' subsidies anyway due to a provision in his contract with the state. But nobody knows who did it.
All of the above are fired.
I have one more
Like
question
what?
before I get to tonight.
Yes.
What's
All
the
right,
weather
sorry.
forecast?
Offshore?
Yeah.
Right now?
Sure.
Got some high pressure out there making a comeback offshore and resulting in above normal temperatures coming back to us. Cooler and drier conditions expected early next week. Offshore today. Southeasterly winds around 5 knots, becoming southwesterly this afternoon. Seas around 2 feet. Great opportunity to check out fishing in the blue water. Sounds and rivers are flat,
Not doing it.
increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 15 to 20. She did it. Gusts up to 25. In the morning, seas 3 to 5. Sounds and rivers choppy. Sunday, northerly winds 15 to 20, becoming northeasterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop in the afternoon.
Today, a chance of rain, mainly before noon, mostly cloudy with a high near 70. Calm wind becoming southwest around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 61. Yay. Saturday, a slight chance of rain between 8 a.m. and noon. Then a chance of rain and thunderstorms afternoon. Mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Sunday, sunny with a high near 65. And Monday, we're looking at highs sunny with a high near 68.
Is there a heat index on?
And -5,
Okay.
Chris.
I just, so
It's 52 degrees here and 52 degrees is the heat index.
our weather spotters.
Yeah, weather spotters all around the county here, and one over in Cedar Point in Catrick County. Randy out there southwest, one of the hems. So we got 55 degrees, 85% humidity, cloudy, calm, no wind out there, nothing on the rain gauge. Nobody's got any rain here, and it's calm everywhere. Joe in the borough, Swansboro, 55 degrees. Over in Emerald is 57. And there's no waves out there right now either. Lee out there in the back swamp area, 54 degrees, 93% humidity. Dale, oh boy, poor Dale. He's under the weather. Talk about the weather. He is under the weather this morning. Over there in River Bend, 54 degrees, 97% humidity. Ward, we're going over to the point, Cedar Point. He's not out in the swamps looking in the marshland looking for trout or ducks today. The weather's not bad enough for that yet, I guess. 57 degrees, 93% humidity. Craig just left Richlands, and he's en route to his business place. He's wearing a uniform. 56 degrees there. And Lee, that one.
Woodland.
Over in the woodlands.
Baby blue.
54, 50. She's in the woods again. 54 degrees, 89% humidity. Here's the studio and the country club area. It was 51 earlier. It's 52 now. 99% humidity. Nothing blowing out there. And for you guys in below boats, forget about it. There's no wind for the sailboats.
I am going to hold my comment about tonight till after our honored guest.
Because you're afraid he's going to arrest you for what you
No,
say.
I'm actually very honored. I got a phone call the other day, and they were looking for our honorable sheriff, and they called me.
Somebody called you.
They
by
called me.
mistake.
We know who it was. I think And he said, "You guys must have a phone number close to each other." And I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was an honor to hear from that gentleman and to be asked if I
Did
was
you
this
ask him
gentleman.
any special questions or anything?
No,
Did
I
you
just said,
advise him
no,
of his
sir.
constitutional
No,
rights? or
sir, I
anything?
am not honored to be that
Was he
man.
trying to fess up to you?
It's a friend of all of ours.
Our esteemed guest this
Yeah.
morning, the Honorable Sheriff. Another quiz. How was it? We got 1, 2, 3. We got 7 or 8 quizzes that we deal with, right? Chris Thomas, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you are.
I'm doing fine. Appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Certainly.
I know one of the busiest men in Oslo County.
It is a big demand on time for sure.
gosh.
And you know, you work one of those jobs that I might work Monday through Friday. That's what I'm scheduled to work.
Mhm.
How often does that schedule get screwed up? Let me ask your wife. I need to call her and ask her how often that doesn't
She
work.
would say daily, probably.
probably.
So, but it's every week's different.
He's a 24/7 man.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate what you do.
But stays looking young.
I don't know about that.
Who's your makeup person? I need that person.
Well, when I started this, I had a head full of hair. I don't anymore. So
I think there are 3 of us in here
Yeah.
who did.
Hey.
Not you.
Okay.
Well, you've always had a head full of hair, right?
We're not talking about hair today.
She's having a bad hair day.
Yeah, we had a mistake yesterday. So.
It came out a little darker than she thought it would be.
We're not talking about it. We're just going to go on with
You're wondering where the gray round.
the
No,
esteemed sheriff.
910-333-0139 if you'd like to say good morning, hello, and thank you to our sheriff for
and
doing
beg
a
him for
great job.
forgiveness. Oh boy, things are they're always hopping. A couple of days ago, I'm like, really? You got to be kidding. We had a carjacking of a driver's ed car.
That was crazy.
we did.
A
Actually,
driver's ed car, it could run 115 miles per hour.
it actually started in the city with a different car
Yeah.
jacking, and they were looking for that subject in the city. And we then got a call that there was a carjacking in the parking lot of White Oak High School.
Yeah,
It
I
was
bet you
after school hours.
Right.
However, there was driver's ed and driver's ed students there.
guy had a gun.
Did have a gun.
Whoops.
He carjacked the car, and our deputies responded, managed to locate him, and ended up in a chase with him, and ended up over near Riggstown where he crashed into a house.
That's
Nobody in
crazy.
the house got hurt. Nobody got hurt except the driver, the bad guy.
No, to one of the owners of the house, the young lady was standing in her driveway when the crash occurred.
Oh, really?
Yes, and but no one was injured other than the driver.
Holy.
He was injured in the crash and transported to Naval Hospital.
And now is he back in your care now?
Naval Hospital still.
Oh, he's still. Oh, I thought he was
Yes.
taken to New Hanover.
Well, they may have transferred him to New Hanover, but
Okay,
he's still in the hospital.
He's still not with you.
No,
Wow.
not yet. No.
You got a place for him?
We have a place for him, but
Just want to make sure there's room at the inn.
well, I prefer for us to take him into our jail after his medical proceedings.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
If we do before, then we're responsible for his medical.
Mm,
So
Right, right.
We have a hold on him, and as soon as he's able to be released, we'll pick him up.
yeah.
Always thinking.
God.
Well, where was the?
That's a dangerous situation
Yes, it is.
for a whole lot of people.
No, certainly.
Oh,
certainly.
From the people in the car, students in the car too, right?
Well, they're around the car.
Well,
Yes.
there.
Yes, they were a direct
Guy with a gun.
Yes. And he came up with the gun and ended up taking the car and fleeing.
So this is his first time at bat?
No, I don't have his whole record, but no, he's been in trouble before.
Yeah, he has.
Yes.
Wow.
I had that yesterday. I ran it. So
Yep.
he's had an extensive period of time to deal with the law.
It's not the first time he's been in handcuffs for sure.
Maybe this time you'll keep him. You or somebody.
Hopefully, North Carolina Department of Adult Corrections will be his new home.
Yeah, and he needs to be there
Yeah.
for a while. That's
That
really
was
bad
crazy
stuff. It's
story.
dangerous. Look at the kids there. Look at the potential.
Well, I mean, anytime you have a situation like that, it's extremely dangerous, and then you end up in a chase.
That's extremely dangerous.
It is. A lot of agencies have a no chase policy.
No.
We do not have a no chase policy. However, our supervisors monitor them very closely, and we have triggering things that will cause us to stop a chase. But we do chase, and that is being a violent crime.
You're going to chase.
We will chase. So,
Yeah, well, this guy being at loose on the lam out there, as they used to say, if he's out there with a gun somewhere, he's a danger and a menace to society.
in my mind, is more dangerous than us chasing and trying to catch him. So.
Right.
That's who I worry about too. And I don't believe a lot of people understand the danger that it puts our law enforcement personnel in, because they're in danger. They're the ones that are chasing after this person, and it turns at the speeds they're going at and stuff to do their job to protect us. Thank you for their service.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
it's dangerous.
It's very dangerous to the public as well. I mean, we've had chases in our county where the individual we were chasing caused a crash, and a lady passed away who was involved in the crash, who was not in the car being chased.
Unfortunately, they do happen, and it's, you got no one to blame but the guy that's causing the whole problem in the first place. And that's the only person that we should focus on.
Yep.
And he needs to. The rest of them it's unfortunate, and we shouldn't forget it, and we should do everything we can to make sure it doesn't happen again and see what went wrong this time.
Yep.
So anyway, we get to that. You guys, the sheriff's office doesn't get involved in as many chases as like the HPI's Highway Patrol does, because those guys are always after people speeding.
They are, but we get in more than a lot of people think. People try to, I call it more of a dodge. They try to sneak and hide kind of deal, which are very short chases usually, when they find out that they can't just zip away and hide.
Get in roads and stuff like that. That's always fun.
We chased I got kind of laughing at one day, and the guy on a motorcycle was running from us, and he kept U-turning on the divided highway on our deputies, and then he run into Jacksonville and ended up going down to where the yacht club is at the end of 4th Street. I'm like, I don't know where he's going now. He's either going to swim the river or he's going to stop.
I was watching that one that day, and it was like, you've got to be kidding. Boy, you just took a wrong turn.
He definitely did not know the neighborhood.
That's like the one down, there were two of them, I remember very well, at Curie Beach. You're going south from Curie Beach.
Yeah, no, you're not going to go far.
There's just no need to run high speed. Just wait for him to come back, because he's coming back unless he's going to tread water, swim, or walk on water. Because they're not going to let him on the ferry.
That's like Wrightsville Beach when I worked.
Raise the bridge.
When I worked down there, they get in a chase. They just call the bridge and say, open the bridge.
Yeah. That was the funniest thing. The bridge operator had a police radio there.
Absolutely.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
Best roadblock in the world.
Just whatever it's called. Raise the bridge.
Raise the bridge now.
Done.
Well, Sheriff, I have a question. Being that we're in the holiday season now, I'm sure you have a holiday task force that will be out working the roads in the areas.
We do. Anytime we have a holiday or traffic or driving while impaired task force, we work extra to make sure folks are safe. And we tell the public up front that we are going to be out there looking. So please make a good choice.
Right.
If you get arrested for driving while impaired these days, not only are you impaired, you are being not very intelligent. You can Uber, Lyft, taxi, call a friend. I mean, there's so many ways that you don't have to, or and shouldn't ever have to, but you don't put yourself in that situation. So
when does the holiday task force start officially?
Well, we'll run it from now through the holidays, through the New Year's, but we'll concentrate before Christmas, New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a very big
days.
one.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, not so much. I mean, we'll be working then, but it's not exactly
That's a travel day for a lot of folks.
It's a travel day. Yeah, it is. And it's not one of those holidays that you have that, it's not really known for its alcohol fueled celebrations, basically.
Right,
it's more,
turkey and oysters.
It's family and friends, at home, and so. But Christmas and New Year's, particularly New Year's.
Ever heard of jugging?
Right.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I had not heard this term. It's apparently something that some people have done. Jugging. People are following people from an ATM machine, from the bank or wherever. They're staking out people that are withdrawing cash either from an ATM there or a standalone ATM. There are some of them in shopping centers in the parking lots, and they're following them and then robbing them.
They are.
What in the world?
Well, I mean, I always tell people to pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same when you come out of a big shopping area like a mall or a large retail establishment area. You should need to look around you. Pay attention when you're walking to your car.
Aware of your surroundings.
You should do that all the time, but particularly during the holiday season. But anytime you're at ATM, I really recommend folks use one that you can drive up to.
Yes.
That way you don't have to get out of your vehicle.
Right.
But if you're at one, you get out of your vehicle, make sure you shut your vehicle and lock the door so when you're out of the vehicle, it don't get stolen from you.
Car running.
But always look around you, you know, pay attention what's behind you, you know, be aware of your surroundings. That's the safest way to ensure you're not a victim.
I was reading this in Houston. It's been going on, and apparently it's one of these waves across the country that, as it gets closer to Christmas, law enforcement are warning people about that a lot.
Yeah.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that term before, but
I've heard of it. There's a couple of that term's used for a couple of different things. The one I know that's law enforcement related is the ATM. Too.
I was thinking,
Interesting. Learn something new here.
yeah, because I was thinking of jugging.
I wasn't really too sure. I looked it up and I
Not
posted
that I
it
do
for
that, but yeah.
our people watching the
Well,
page.
would it be in Rayford? He said jugging. The first thing I thought of was fishing.
that would be one too.
There's a jugging fishing.
Yes, there is. But
Catching crabs.
Is there some kind of good news to be said today that we've already released?
We've made an arrest in a homicide.
No, it has to do with somebody running for office.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Well, we were going to get
Well,
to that.
it's
Okay,
a
well, okay.
rerun. It's not
But
running. It's a
definitely.
rerunning for office, right?
If you would like to make your announcement, Sheriff.
yes, I will be at the Board of Elections Monday or December 1st.
December 1st.
I'll be there at 12 o'clock noon when it opens,
Okay.
and I will be filing to run for re-election in the upcoming election.
Well, you've got my vote.
Now, if you get a call at that time, you're going to answer the call first.
I'll probably get one of my staff to respond.
Miss Cindy will. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
congratulations on running for re-election. I personally, I know we all feel the same way. We're happy that you're running for re-election. Now, this will be your
Appreciate that.
third term.
No,
Second.
It'll be my second.
It seems like it's been a lot longer
I
than
thought it
that.
was just like it was just yesterday,
I know
personally.
it.
But
That's right. It was.
I was talking with my wife, and I said, "Yeah, I got the file."
she said, "Well, you just did that."
Yeah.
Yeah, already. Which I was talking to Phil Shepard and White Gable. You know, they run every 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
How did they
That's
do that?
ridiculous.
Holy smoke! I don't think.
I think they should
Man,
change
that's
those.
tough. I mean, they literally get like 6 months of not having to really worry about it, and then they're right back
Right.
into the election cycle.
Here's one
again.
for you, Keith. Why don't you put a bill? Why don't you, drop a bill for that?
Mhm.
Change it from 2 to 4. I agree. It's ridiculous.
It's difficult on them, and they're
Yes.
all, even if they don't have opponents, they're still trying to raise money because they're trying to help the caucus.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
But mine's every 4 years, and we've had a good 3 years. I feel like we've made a lot of progress at the sheriff's office,
So too.
You have.
and we still got some large projects that we're working on to include national accreditation. We're very close to that. Hopefully before,
really?
Yep. Hopefully before the end of next year, we will have our national accreditation. It's called CALIA is the name of it. And,
That's tough for a sheriff's office to get.
it's hard for anybody to get, really.
But
It's people wonder, they think it causes the deputies to have more work. It does not. What it does, it standardizes our policies.
Mhm.
It brings our policies up to the national level and brings it up to a consistent level across the country, which is vetted by a lot of professionals in our profession.
Folks, he's not talking about a federalized police force. Okay?
Absolutely not.
Get over that part.
No, absolutely not. And it does not take away from any authority of the sheriff. If it had done that, I would not have been on board with it. But, I'm retired from the SBI. They're CALIA certified. And it sets a standard that the staff, the employees, and the public, they can see, and it creates levels of transparency. So if you want to know what we're doing, which we do this now, if you want to know what our policy is, look on our website
That's right.
or look on our app that we have, on
You
the
got that
sheriff's
right.
app, and it's right there. You can look.
You're about the only app that I have on my phone because I'm an anti-app.
He
I
is.
appreciate
but
that.
Seriously.
He does have that one.
But we have all of our policies are there with the exception of a few. like our TAT team policy's
No,
not
you
on
don't do
there
that.
because it's,
Drug policy,
that's
no.
our drug policy.
Mm.
Undercover policy part is not on there, but the drug policy's on there. Some things that we just, for investigative purposes, we can't put out to the public.
Mhm.
But everything else is there. You can do a public records request through it. I mean,
Right.
whatever you need. So.
So
It's
you know,
wonderful.
I
It's
like-
wonderful.
It is,
I
it
like
is
his-
wonderful.
I like your traffic alerts. You know,
Mm.
Perfect, yes.
I hear the radio all the time,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and I've downloaded the app myself, of course. Well, I was the first one to download it. I didn't know there's that many crashes in this county. I mean, I'm like,
Last Friday.
You're surprised.
I was actually surprised because I don't really hear the ones in the city limits because they don't.
Right.
We don't respond to those for the most part.
Yeah, you don't hear anything but the county calls.
Yeah, unless we come up on them or arrive
Mhm.
right after they've happened. And I'm getting notification, and I think the first day I got like 8 or 9 notifications about crashes. I'm like, man, people can't drive around here.
We do know that.
Yeah.
We-
Car upside down on 17, use
Yeah.
alternate routes.
Three cars,
It's
3
great.
wrecks here on
Gum Branch Road Friday.
and, and 30 feet of each other. So
Yeah,
whatever it was, they were
all-
back to back to back.
I know, I mean.
Really?
Gee.
That's
Didn't
wonderful.
need a bypass going overhead straight from Jacksonville to Richlands.
Well, I have to commend Trevor. He does an excellent
Yeah.
job.
Really-
Excellent.
He really has. He does my FOIA requests as well.
Right.
So he does a lot
Good.
of different things.
I
at
can
office.
keep him busy with that one there.
But
I don't-
you don't have to.
You know what?
He already
The
is.
thing is, for all the reporters and people out there and everything else, you can file a FOIA. There's a Freedom of Information request. Okay, you really don't need to go through all that process. You can generally ask because it's public information.
Yeah.
I filed one
Yeah.
in my entire life
Well, I
because
think
somebody was being stubborn. It was a political situation.
we get requests sometimes for entire case files and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
And those things they're not public record in North Carolina. But general information is personnel information. Some of it is policy. All of it is for the most part.
Well, the real reporters out there will know what is
Yeah.
available anyway, and they won't have to go play those games.
They do some of the, I would say, more extensive and I say aggravating ones, or we get from production companies. There's so many of these true crime shows on TV now.
Really?
And they like to document cases.
Oh God.
And we've done
Right.
2
Yeah.
here.
Kathy.
We've done 2 here in this county, but we'll get random ones from across the country wanting the whole case file so they can do a TV show. And we very rarely do this because it
Long crime
takes so
network.
much resources
Right.
for us to,
Oh,
to
for
support
God's sake.
that.
We do have a caller. Now,
Okay.
which one of these? This is a split personality person.
Yeah.
So which one is this
I
today?
love both of them.
This is the triple personality today.
Triple personality. Okay,
My
we got the
gosh.
corporal.
This is the criminal.
Oh,
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 Lord. Okay.
Oh, the Crime Stoppers.
yeah.
the sheriff has to advise you of your constitutional rights before he asks you any questions. I don't. What's going on?
I was just calling to say good morning, of course, to the sheriff, and congratulating him on running for re-election.
Thank you.
Definitely got our vote, at least my vote. I know I'm sure Chris is going to vote. And we're looking forward to seeing you in the parade tomorrow, correct?
Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
I'll be there in the morning. I've got my Dare Jeep in the parade, and I've got one of my newer, I believe it's one of my newer black trucks with the gold marking on it.
Oh, really?
That is a beautiful truck.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Got some nice
Yeah.
looking vehicles.
They should put Dare and Crime Stoppers behind each other.
Huh.
That's what I think.
That would be nice. That really would be nice.
On behalf of Crime Stoppers, we thank you for the uniform that you gave the person on the phone, the mascot of Crime Stoppers. She's
She stands out in the crowd.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't come with a leash, does she?
no, she's
fix it that
escort.
way.
Yeah, no. She does draw a crowd sometimes.
Or maybe you come with a leash.
Well, the one funny thing, of course, was during trunk or treat with JPD. The deputies came over from the courthouse or the jail, and they started walking over. It was two females, and they were like, Oh no, they're not letting the prisoners out to do trunk or
Oh,
treat.
Lord have mercy, too.
I was like, no, I'm good. So, but it was a great honor to get that uniform too. So just like going to dress blues.
I'm not sure how many of the people that wear those uniforms for real consider it an honor to wear it.
I would say none.
I would
Pretty safe bet, yeah.
Kathy, do you come with a gangsta name? Have you adopted a gangsta name like, Tin Pin Alley or whatever?
Not yet. I'm still trying to think of a thug name, and it's really hard to get a street name. But I'm still working on it. I've only been doing this now.
Hang in there. Probably by tomorrow I'll have a good one for you.
You're gonna have good. I'm counting on that. Right?
Right.
I'm scared, but I'm counting on it.
You should be afraid. Be very afraid.
Viper. Just call
I'm
it
very
Viper.
afraid.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Kathy.
you.
Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Speaking of TV and all the shows and stuff that are on there, I know we've had one at least to show up at JPD and do some things. They're frauditor or auditors, First Amendment auditors. They call themselves. My really good friend John Legato refers to them as frauditors, which is probably very accurate. That and sovereign citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys run into that on the streets where they're not going to give you their driver's license, or they're not going to do this because they're traveling, they're not driving?
We occasionally do. They're not very frequent. We actually had one that we was stopped in a traffic stop and was traveling, wouldn't give us their government name or whatever they refer to, and refused to cooperate, and he ended up getting arrested.
Good.
And literally stayed in our jail for several days as a John Doe because we couldn't figure out who he was. And finally, I think his mother ended up calling, trying to find him. She found him, and finally we got that worked out. But but the auditors you refer to, we get those fairly frequently. They do. They
walk in with a camera rolling.
They do. We've had them walk in the lobby, and in a public building, if it's not posted a restricted area, it's public access. And if they want to walk in, that's fine. My staff is aware of them. If they're walking up and down the street, video in the building from a public area, it's perfectly legal.
I remember seeing a video.
Yeah, their goal is to get into a confrontation with a law enforcement officer and get them to say something that is not in accordance with the law.
I assume you have your meetings and have those discussions.
We do. We regularly let them know that. And if they want to walk by on video, hey, knock yourself out. Just don't impede the people coming in and out, and don't go into areas you shouldn't go into.
One of the things on the street, way back in the day, one of the things that would have bothered me with these folks, yes, they can stand over here where I can see you. I mean, I've got a peripheral vision of such and such, right? But don't walk up behind me.
No, I don't know when to walk up behind me.
No, that's just not going to work.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bad discussion, and it's going to happen very quickly.
But they generally don't do that.
They haven't done that here.
No,
They've
they
done it in
don't.
other places.
Yeah, I don't know of any instance here.
Good.
Most time we get calls from business owners
Yeah.
who are either nervous about what they're doing because they don't know what these people are doing, and they'll call us, and sometimes they get frustrated with us when we tell them, well, they're on a public side of way, they're on a state right of way, they're not impeding traffic. They have a right to be there, and video and what they see is not illegal. So
one of the interesting things about all of that, if they're out there and they're doing it for commercial reasons, which they are, trying to get on
for the most
sell their stuff on video to YouTube or wherever, there's a thing that individuals like me, I can explain to them very quickly, and there are laws, and I've made money off those laws. You cannot use my image when you isolate me for anything monetary without my written permission. Did you know that?
Well, if you're in a public area,
Nope.
and you get videoed and
If
they
it's,
post
if,
it,
if it's a wide scene, but if they come in and they start zeroing in on me for an official like you guys, because you're a newsmaker at the time, but
if they want a picture of me, they go on the internet and there's
but I'm talking about
there it
if
is.
I'm sitting there eating,
Yeah.
or if I'm in the library or whatever, then they come in and do that. No,
Well, a lot of people think that you can't video me without permission. That's not correct.
You can video.
It's when they, if they're going to ends up on a commercial, like you're saying, or some
Yes,
kind
I-
of large commercial deal. You know, I'm not 100% familiar with that part of it,
I am.
but there is some restrictions on that.
It's called a model release that you have to sign.
Yep. And which the TV show stuff I was talking about a while ago, we've done 2 there.
And they got your permission.
And they got our permission to do them. And so, yeah, we did have to sign a release on that.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
yeah.
Legitimate people will have their standard model release
Yeah.
form available. I mean, I used to do it all the time.
I
I had to do it all the time.
I would speculate some of the problem with those individuals are proving that they're making some kind of monetary gain
Mhm.
from it, because I'm not exactly sure how the
Well,
YouTube
at
and
that
what
point in
have you
time, you
works.
notify the Internal Revenue Service that this
Yeah.
person is probably making money and they didn't file a tax return. And then they got real problems.
And,
Yeah, possibly, yes.
I'd like to also congratulate you and thank you and let the citizens know that you're out. You obviously, we said your hours are not 9 to 5. They're 9 to 9, 12 to 12, whatever you want to put 24/7. But you take time when maybe you should be at home, but you're at the county commissioners meetings every county commissioners meeting, and the county chairman recognizes that that Sheriff Thomas is there, and I've been there numerous times. Always says hello, always says goodbye, but he's standing in the back, very just out of the scene, but he's there to take in all the information.
Well, I had one of my deputies, the commissioners asked one for security in case something happens, and he stands up to the front right.
Mhm.
And quite honestly, I don't want to go in there and sit down if my deputy's standing up. And I want to see what's going on too.
Sure.
But I go to all the commissioners meetings. I have a good relationship with the commissioners. All of them for that matter. We get along pretty well. So if something's going on, I want to be there in case something comes up. And I also find that if situations like that, sometimes questions about law enforcement or sheriff's office comes up, and I want to be there if they do come up. So
You can put down misinformation very quickly if need be.
you can, and sometimes things can be taken out of context. So it's best you're there to, explain what our position is. I mean, quite a few of the meetings, there's generally something on the agenda that involves the sheriff's office in one way or another. I mean, the past one, it was on the consent agenda, but we have to do a medical contract, and it's approved by the health department in the county. That was on there, and there was just a repeat we do every year. So it was on the consent agenda. And before it, the meeting before it, we had the grant for the boat, grant from FEMA that we got. They had to approve that. So it does pops up pretty regularly.
There's things you don't have to comment on it, but there's the shooting range or people bringing up issues that someone's shooting too close to their property or things like that. And
I haven't done anything out here lately.
you're in the city.
Yeah, but I wasn't
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, but they got you now.
Yeah, way back in the day, we didn't have. This was the 4th house built in this whole neighborhood, right? And there was a fire shelter back there with the greatest backstop you've ever seen. It was about 5 feet out of the ground, nothing but dirt. That was my range.
Yep.
That's where I learned to shoot.
Oslo's getting more and more
Populated.
more and more crowded.
Yeah.
And it's difficult sometimes to find a place that you can shoot that's within the ordinance. So,
There are some legitimate ranges. You can
They
go
are.
to them. There are plenty of them, or not plenty of them. I think you could stand some more for some more, but I mean, wildlife up there, wildlife shooting range.
you got the
You got
wildlife
that.
range on Holly Shelter Road, and then Highway 50 here.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got the couple here around town.
Mhm.
So if you look, there's a place to
You
go.
got an indoor-outdoor range up here on 17 North. You got one over in Hubert.
Yeah.
You got Holly Ridge.
I
and
just
stuff there.
asked if
So-
anybody does, if anybody is shooting, obviously I want them to be with, outside the 500 foot range, but I want to make sure they have a safe backstop.
That's the biggest thing.
Some folks, think shooting down into the trees or
No.
something like that, and that's a bad idea.
What
You really
happens to
need
that poor
have-
dude is the kid is walking out there in the woods like I used to walk in the woods
Yeah,
all the time as
so-
a kid.
Just be safe about what you do and enjoy yourself.
Crime.
hmm
you know, I ask you every time we have you in here, and I know you're looking closely at an unsolved murder from 12 years ago or so now,
We are
and you're getting there
slowly.
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 Are there any other cold cases that are, you know, relatively a cold case in the last 20 years or so? Anything out there special that you're looking at? Murders.
Yeah, I have actually a retired deputy that works part-time,
Mhm.
detective's named John Dubois.
Mhm.
He works on our cold case stuff.
Oh, cool.
And he does a very good job with them.
Because he doesn't have to answer any of the calls.
No, he doesn't. He's
That's a good
he's got a very good mindset for it. One that pops up in my mind more frequent than most is probably Mr. Morton's
Right. That's what I was talking about.
homicide, and we know we've got some really good details and some really good leads, but we just don't have the thing that we need
Mhm.
or the information we need to do
Somebody
something
out
with
there's
it.
got it. They just haven't come
Absolutely.
forward with it.
Absolutely. It's there. Someone knows something. They may not realize that it's relevant. But if you have something that you think, well, maybe, go ahead and tell us.
Just call. It doesn't
know,
hurt. If you don't want to call, if you're afraid to be,
Yeah.
if you're a relative, if you've got something,
Yeah.
if you're wanted by the police somewhere else, it doesn't matter.
You can call Crime Stoppers. You can call them. You can
Get this
call
guy.
us anonymously. It's no big deal. But anything like that is, it could be the straw that gets us there.
There, that's I called you about one guy the other day, and you gave me back his real full name. Is it was that a cold case, or was that one solved?
I understand that one was solved.
That's what
It is not one of our cold cases.
Okay.
I understand that sometime later his brother was actually murdered as well in another jurisdiction, and I believe that was solved as well.
Yeah. Where this comes, I just happened to be talking to a guy. It wouldn't happen to be. He called me and wanted to talk. I'll tell you later who it was.
Mhm.
And he just carried on conversation. They started mentioning some names, and they mentioned this particular guy. And of course, it had a slang first name, an alias first name. But he was a local type of guy, so I sent a note to the sheriff. Came back with a name, and it was solved. He was thinking it was probably still unsolved.
No, I understand it was solved.
Yeah.
And you asked me the nickname, and I thought,
Yeah, that was
I
an
ain't never heard
unusual
that one.
nickname, but
and we have
and since the last name was very common,
we have a retired deputy actually helps us with records occasionally. And Pam Sanders, and she's been around for a long time.
Okay.
And I asked her the name. Oh yeah, and she rattled it right off. I said,
See,
okay,
some of those things don't show up in computers as easily as they do with people's minds, do
yeah,
they?
especially when they're that old. So
Anyway, thanks for doing that. It was just in case, though. I mean, if it had been, this guy may have had some information.
And we can't go without letting you know what wonderful super SROs we have in
Yes, we
Onslow
do.
County. They are the best.
that's one of those deals. I'm very proud of them. I got some really good ones, and I'm very disappointed I have to have them.
Yeah. Well,
we have an SRO in every school.
better to have them and
This
not
guy.
need them than to need them and not have them.
Yeah, but we grew up in a time where
We didn't need them.
didn't need them. You left your car unlocked, you left your house unlocked,
Amen.
and you didn't worry about anything. And now I have SROs in every school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cover the ones in the city limits, but the city of Jacksonville PD, they have them in those schools. So, but it's a good bridge too. A lot of times they see young kids see police officers and deputies, and they're scared of them for whatever reason. Maybe they've
should not
heard
be.
something from friends talking, or
Yeah.
even parents or relatives or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So it gives our deputies and Jacksonville's officers an opportunity to, I'm here for you. I mean, and get a friendship with them.
Relatively sure some of those kids will say, you're not going to believe this, but so-and-so, they really made me mad. Because people that make other people mad sometimes, they got something they don't want spread.
Yeah.
You make me mad, and I know you something about you, I'm likely to find a man with a badge and tell him about you. That
Kind of-
happens.
Kind of funny thing at our office, though, Major Tommy Thomas was an SRO at White Oak High School. They are, I think, 3 or 4 deputies that work for us that he was their SRO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So he
Hey,
trained him
Tommy,
right.
does
He
that
got
make you
him-
feel old?
He was a
Yeah, he's
recruiter. He is old. Did you say that?
Yeah, he is open.
Well, I
Does
just,
that make you feel old?
He's younger
Tommy,
than I am.
I love Tommy.
I'm
now.
not going to pick
What does
on him
that
too
make
much because I'm
No,
right
I
behind
love
him.
Tommy.
I love talking to all of them,
Mhm.
city and county at athletic events. And one of my favorites will probably always be one of my favorite, Jonathan, out at Dixon High School. Jonathan Diaz.
Diaz, yeah.
He
A
is.
lady saw me yesterday in a restaurant
In
and
the restaurant.
brought him up. And, you know, he loves his job. The students love him. The staff there loves him. He's a coach for the swim team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
got an award 2 years ago
Mhm.
for
Really?
his coaching. And he's doing a great job.
Good.
He really is.
I was one of the first people he met when he moved to Onslow County. He lived 2 houses down and wasn't sure he could make the sheriff's department, but we talked. And,
Office.
sheriff's office, excuse me. And
I wasn't going to do
I know
that.
it took me a while too.
but the sheriff's office, and I just told him to stick with it, and he did. And he's a big man, but the kids look at him like a teddy bear.
But he actually started with us in detention.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did some
As
good,
does most everyone.
he did a good job for us. And I sent him to basic law enforcement training at Craven Community College.
Yeah.
And he graduated and did very well there, and worked in the courts and worked a little bit of patrol. And we asked him to do the SRO thing, and most young law enforcement officers are real hesitant.
Yeah.
Because that's not the exciting or whatever.
Yeah.
And
they do.
he took it and he really enjoys it, and he does a great job.
You got a bunch of specialty units, from drugs to civil to
I got to see what I got there. I got the warrant squad. I got the SROs. I got the civil division. I've got the drug enforcement unit. I've got general crimes. I've got special victims unit. I've got crime scene investigations. I got the drunk driving task force.
Marine, maritime.
I get a maritime
Boats.
team. I got a dive team.
Yep.
I've got a SWAT team. Got a negotiators team. I got a peer support team for the agency.
Mhm.
Have that. You mentioned the maritime, and I mentioned a grant that we got. We got a $320,000 grant.
What size boat was that? Is it?
Well, we hadn't purchased it yet.
Yeah.
We are going to look at a few, and we're going to try to figure out something that is suitable for working the waterways and the river, but also capable of going
Near
to
shore.
the near shore outside in case there's a missing person
Right.
from the surf, from the beaches. And I talked with the chief of the fire, EMS fire on the base Wednesday.
You got one guy on the
Yeah.
staff that knows a whole lot about that.
I do, but they're talking about training with us a little bit with our
Mhm.
dive teams.
Good.
So we're trying to include all the emergency response agencies. But I'm looking forward to it. The boat we have is, that thing's almost 35 years old, I think. So
I'm more than double that.
it's an old boat. It really is an old boat. I don't know exactly. I know we got it through Dermo, which is the demilitarized stuff. It's stuff
You're
that
going
they
to
use.
keep it though, right?
I'm going to keep it for a while.
Okay.
If
Because this is going to be smaller than the other one you're going to get.
it will be smaller than the other one we're going to get.
Rapid launch, rapid
Yeah.
deployment if you need to.
Um,
That'll be good.
I'm really hoping we can get the boat we need, the larger boat we need, and get a smaller boat that's more adapt to diving in the rivers and shallow
Okay,
water.
good.
So
Yeah,
we're
that'll work.
trying to do something like that because most of our dive recovery that we do, most of them are entered from the shore, not from a boat, but we've had a few where we've had to enter from the boat.
Well,
Yeah. Available at auction time. Maybe. Possibly.
but there's a radio sitting in the other room and an antenna right there for your other boat, your existing boat.
Hopefully, and we'll take you up on helping installing some of that stuff,
Well,
but
if
it
you-
should come with the
I'm talking
radar.
about the existing one. The
Oh,
one you got,
existing
yeah, one you
Oh,
got.
yes, absolutely.
Existing ones, I've got stuff for you, so because you need that.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
So yeah, but I got plenty of those radios.
Okay.
They're and we as now another ham up top there.
I saw that when I came in.
Mike
Mike
Canaro.
Canaro gave that to me.
Oh, did he?
He said, "Here, Lee, here's your new vest."
That's when she was a hit, a ham in training. Now she is a ham in more ways than one, but she is a ham. What we do as the Amateur Radio Club, Amateur Radio Operators Club here in Oslo County, we do appreciate what you've done. You've allowed us to use your facility out there at the training range, training area. It's great for us, and it's also it demonstrates. If you, I don't think you've been out there when we were there. You came to the other location.
I came to the other location. It's
That's when you
yeah,
said
I had one person ask me, why do you allow the ham club to train there?
Uh-huh.
Well, if a hurricane comes or the disaster comes, the ham club, y'all are in the EOC, and we do work together, and it helps with the safety of the community. So yeah, I'm gonna try to support you as long as I can.
Well, we do appreciate that. We the whole idea of when we go out there for training is twice a year, and it's a rapid deployment thing. We go out, we set up, we have 3 hours, I think, to get everything set up according to the rules that we have to abide by, because it's a competition.
Yep.
We have a certain set of specifications. You leave, you get there, you set up, and then you start talking to people everywhere, and for 24 hours, we operate. So,
and we and y'all always very respectful of the place. And,
oh yeah, we will clean up after
y'all do.
ourselves.
Y'all do. So I appreciate that part.
One of the things I think I'd like to mention that people may not know that Sheriff Thomas has to do every year, he has to do a budget. And I'm sure that's not one of the most pleasurable things you have to do, but it's something that you are responsible for.
Yeah. Out of a 12-month year, 6 months of it, we're working on budget. And it comes in phases. The county has it set up. We do a certain part, and then this month a certain part. And we're getting much more organized with it. Of course, the longer you do something, the better you get at it. I guess practice makes perfect. But we are working on it now. We work on it now through June.
And you have to build in contingency plans, like you're going to lose a car, you're going to lose radios, you're going to lose this, you're going to whatever, right? Things happen.
We do.
Loses and hurricanes come along.
One of the uncontrollables that we have, which is hugely expensive, is inmate medical costs. If an individual comes to the jail, for the most part, if they have a heart attack or if they come in with some serious condition, we have to carry them to the hospital. We're responsible for that bill, and there's no way to predict it. I mean, we have an inmate now that's in jail that has terminal cancer.
Oh no!
And he has an extremely high bond.
Really?
And we can't
can't
come down on the bond because the crime he's charged of is crimes against children. So there's we're not releasing him. Wouldn't risk releasing him for safety of our children.
He's got nothing to lose.
And we're hundreds of thousands of dollars into medical treatment for him, and it falls on our budget. And you get one like that, and you'd be over by millions. You get a bill for 1 month. I think 1 month I got a bill for that one patient for $98,000.
Wow.
And we're responsible for it. We negotiate it. We do our best, trying to work with the county and the medical providers. But it comes down to it. It's our responsibility. So.
Does he have a trial coming up date? Anything?
I'm pushing as hard as I can push. Really.
Turn this one over to the state.
Yeah. I'm pushing as hard as I can push to get them to do it. But then you have, you got to deal with the defense attorney, of course, the defendant, and you got to deal with the courts and the judges and the DA, and they're working on it as hard as they can. The DA's office works really well for us when we get situations like this. But there's some situations you can't rush. I mean,
Well, I'm sure somebody's going to ask you, and you probably already have been asked, so I may as well be that somebody here. How much time does he have left? And I don't mean in the sentence, because he doesn't have that yet.
I can't answer that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I can legally answer that. I'll put it that way. So somebody does a little thinking, they might can figure out who I'm talking about. So I don't need to put too much out there.
Okay. Sometimes the mind works in that way, though. I'd have
But
to ask.
I will say though, the county administration and the county commissioners have worked well
Mhm.
with me and with my office.
Well, you got some pro law enforcement people in your
Yes.
We do,
that board,
and-
so that's the good thing.
And we're in pretty good shape at the sheriff's office.
Mhm.
But population is, man, it's not slowing down at all. I had a conversation with somebody one day and we were talking about that. And I said, I hate to see some of the rural areas get developed, like the farm, some of the farmland. And
That
they
means
made
people.
they made a comment, well, the county don't make, don't make any revenue really off of that, to help support stuff. I said, well, that's true, but the sheriff don't get any calls for service in a cornfield. But you put 800 houses there, I'm gonna have a lot of calls for
You better
service.
believe it.
I mean, the last 12 months, we served over 20,000 civil papers.
Wow.
So we're very busy.
I'm thinking of another unpopulated location right now that may have a bunch of homes built over the next 5 years. And right now it's in the county, but probably it's going to be somebody else's turf. It's annexed in this particular case down south.
Yeah, some of the places here, some of the developments you see that are close to one of the towns or Jacksonville,
Mhm.
they spot annex.
Yeah.
And that developer does that because you can't annex without permission now,
Mhm.
and no forcible annexation anymore, which I think is great.
So do I.
But they do that to try to get some infrastructure in some areas that do not have.
It benefits the developer.
Yeah, so it benefits the developer and the homeowner in the long run, I think, because if they can get on the sewer, it helps them. But the growth's not slowing down. It's not.
No.
Sneads Ferry is. I mean, I think the new elementary school they built that's now 3 years old
Full.
is overflowing. I mean, and people are still coming. So.
And the poor schools cannot, it takes a little time, but if you know that an area is building up in here, you know that you're going to have to add deputies. So you can kind of start making those plans right away. The school system can't really do it until they know it's happening.
Well,
You're adding personnel. They're having to add a school, which takes years to get started.
it does, but they seem to be from outside looking in pretty prepared. Have a plan in place to try to address it. But they're like me; they're always a little behind the curve anyway. But they're pretty good at planning.
Can't build a school and then nobody came.
I'll tell you, if you build
that would be a problem.
If they build it, they're gonna fill it up. I promise. I
And
promise.
that was something I was noticed at the last county commissioners meeting. And there was a new developer trying to add some homes in an area, and it was in the county. And I'm sitting here going, you've got to be standing in the back going, how many deputies am I going to need now for that many homes in that one development?
Now we know
They're
why
talking
he's in
about
the
300.
county
Yeah.
meeting.
Well,
Object, Your Honor.
Well, we are
Trying to do the
projected
math
to
on
grow quite a bit over
Yeah.
the next couple of years.
Yeah,
So,
I know we are.
yeah.
think
And I don't think the sheriff's office will have any issues whatsoever asking for more deputies.
Well, the county itself as a whole, including the sheriff's office, they're doing a staffing study now.
Good.
Well, they're trying to get a contract for a company to come in and do a staffing study to try to help us predict 5 years out.
Wow.
That way the county can have an idea of what I might be coming to ask for,
Yes.
and for all the other, even parks and recs and things of that nature.
I see when you asked about that boat the other night at the last meeting, boy, it was like 30 seconds later. Approve, motion to approve, second, pass, discussion.
Yeah.
No.
But they see, they read on it and see it coming.
They know it's coming.
Yes.
They know the need of it. So I'm
Well,
glad they're not
I
stupid.
will assure you, if the sheriff's office has something that is out of the norm or substantial cost,
Right.
I talk to the commissioners
Right.
directly.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
That would be the smart way to do it.
well, I do. I mean, some of the departments within the county, they can't do that because they have the manager that they
Right,
talk
they have to
with.
go
But
through
I'm an elected
chain.
official, so I talk with the elected
Well, that's
officials.
the reason you're not a department and you're an office.
Yes, sir.
So we made that clear very quickly.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I will always hear, and I mean, she complains. You don't have to complain. I
What?
complain about, oh God, I have to pay county taxes and city taxes. The sheriff doesn't come to my house.
I don't
I don't
complain.
get the fire departments, the county fire departments coming up. but there are county services that you guys provide to everybody regardless of where they live.
Yep.
There's something called jail. There's something called the courthouse. There's
Jail, court, civil process.
civil
Right.
processes. You
Right.
handle all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
people just don't quite understand that. You do provide a lot of services for those people who are inside the city limits, the various town limits, right?
Well, everything we do is a service to all the municipalities, with the exception maybe of patrol. But still, if our patrol runs up on something within a jurisdiction or within
Or
a
you're
city,
requested to
we
assist.
respond and we request if we're requested to re-go. So we do. I mean, probably the biggest one is the jail. I mean, it's what the biggest part of my budget. And
The individual that you mentioned, is he a town resident of some town here?
mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah, he lives within
you're spending a lot of
yeah.
money from the county budget, for the sheriff's budget on this one individual who lives in a town.
Yep.
Okay.
I have
Just to let people understand.
I have a question. During the holiday season, you have a lot of people that go out of town, go out of state. Does the sheriff's office still offer the house check?
Yes. If
Right.
you look on the app, as a matter of fact, if you go to the more part at the
Yep.
bottom,
Yes.
it
Okay.
has business residential check. If you're going on vacation, your home's going to be unattended for a period of time. You can go on and fill that out.
Yep.
You can give
It's
us
right
a
there.
start date and an end date, and that automatically
And
goes
you
to
do
our
not
patrol
publish
division.
that on your website.
That is not published. It just comes to our RMS system. So our deputies in the area, they can look and see the residential checks, and they can go by and make
Right.
sure nothing's out
Very
of place.
good. Very
Back in the day, they used to do it at PD also, and
Mm-hmm.
then they started assigning codes to it because everything was done over the radio, over open source radio. I'm over here at 313 and the 3rd Moon Street, and they're all's clear here.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
all
don't do that
computerized
now.
now.
So-
Nobody ever even mentions it. Matter of fact, the deputy doesn't call these out there. He does it on the computer. The dispatch can see it, but there's nothing said.
Yeah, right.
So
Unless
wonderful.
something's happening.
So, how was your day Wednesday? Did you get to meet the first lady
Actually, I
and the
did.
second lady?
Actually, I did. I got to meet them.
Did you get an
Okay.
autograph?
Did not. I
Well,
thought-
did you give them an autograph?
No, I don't think they wrote
Did you take it? Did you at least get a picture?
Yeah, we did. They took a photograph of us. There was a group of us with the first lady and the second lady. And of course, I'm like everybody else. I've seen her on TV.
Right.
But I watched her give her speech on the air station. And I will say she knew exactly what she was talking about. She didn't miss a beat.
She is a smart
And,
lady.
you know, you see a lot of folks, including myself, I'll go up to a podium and I'll have some notes and I'll talk and I'll look down at my notes and I'll talk and I'll look at my. She never did that. She didn't have anything in her hands when she went up there. She never looked down. She looked at everybody and right through. She knew exactly
So,
what she was talking
were you
about.
the lead car in the escort?
Actually, no, I had Major Scott and some members of the JPD and some of the other agencies were in the lead. My motor patrol, the city's motor patrol, they led it actually on motorcycles.
Oh, pretty cool.
And it went pretty well.
That's great.
She did a wonderful
Yeah,
job with
she
the
did.
children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her and the second
Yeah.
lady both.
You know,
Yeah.
she puts up with Donald. She ought to be able to handle a kid. I'm kidding, Mr. President. I'm kidding.
Don't say anything, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't say a word.
But no,
She'll
she was very, very nice. And so was, I think it's pronounced USA.
Usa,
She,
yes.
Savannah, she was very nice as well.
Nice.
Very
nice.
short interaction. Extremely short.
Yeah.
Now, did they actually land at Albert Ellis in that plane?
They landed at Albert Ellis because of runway size.
Right.
Well, the big plane, yeah.
Yeah, the air station, I think the runway was long enough, barely, but they don't like
They don't do
barely.
barely.
They don't do barely, so they
Right,
want to go
right.
somewhere.
Yeah, I
where
saw
it's
the
secure.
pictures from the airport. I had
Yeah.
wondered whether they were going to land there or not. And I
They
didn't
don't, they
know
don't put out a whole
how
lot
long
of information.
the runway actually was now.
They don't
So,
put out a lot of information.
yeah, well, they have pictures. There's pictures all over social media.
Well,
Oh,
after the
Yeah.
fact.
After the fact. But,
Right.
Yeah, there were no issues. It went pretty smooth.
That's
good.
great.
We
That's
don't need
great.
issues in Onslow County.
No, we do
No, we
not.
don't.
No attention.
No,
Y'all
we
stay
do
up.
not.
Leave us alone.
So,
What? Well, go ahead.
the latest scam.
I think the best thing I can say for the scams are so wide ranging as far as the subject matter of them.
Mhm.
Law enforcement will not ask you to pay a fine by crypto, gift card, Apple Pay. you will not be asked for that. Fines will be collected either at the office or at the courthouse. So if somebody calls and says there's a warrant for you, you missed jury duty, you got whatever due, you missed this or missed that. But if you'll pay so many dollars by going to pay it with Bitcoin or go pay it with this or pay it with that, something that is not actual interaction with an individual at the clerk's office or our office, face to face, we will not ask you for money over the phone. If our civil guys are working on something, you will be served with papers by a uniformed deputy.
Right.
So you will know it's real. Just don't fall for that. They play on people's emotions. They play on their fear. We had one yesterday. The individual spent almost $9,000, and it was all through Bitcoin. It was through some of those apps that's where you can transfer money on apps.
Right.
It's virtually impossible for us to track down. But we will not do that. And it's, and they'll look in the newspaper and see deputy, Jim, whatever.
Right.
And they use that name, hoping the person has heard that name before.
Exactly.
If you get a call and they say, I am Deputy so-and-so with the Onslow County Sheriff's Office, and you have whatever, say, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call the sheriff's office directly on their main number and talk to somebody there. And that will end it.
I just told them to come see me.
Yeah, I had a call one time.
Just call. I mean, I've had, folks that you would really think that wouldn't pay it any attention, but it plays on their fear. I've had them call me on my phone, are y'all looking at me? I said, I ain't looking for you. What are you talking about? And then they go to tell it, no, it's a scam. Tell them, hang up. I had one come in the office, and while they're in the office talking with me, the person called back.
Really?
And they said, hold on a minute. I'm with the sheriff. He'll talk to you. And then me, I said, this is Sheriff Thomas. Click.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they are so bold. Hey, do you think they sit there all day and that's all they do?
Right.
That's all they do. And you think they don't get anybody all day, and they wasted all day, but then they get that one to get $9,000 out of it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Their payday is that one call. They make it.
And I don't know about y'all. I don't have $9,000 to spare.
Oh, no, I don't.
And I don't have.
I just invite them to come by.
True. I mean, I
I'll
tell
keep them
folks
here for you when they get here.
But they'll never do that because they're in some other jurisdiction, probably some other.
I had one time said they had a warrant for my arrest. I said, well, come get me. I'll be at the front door. Click, and that was it. But it's just so sad how some people fall for that. It's just really sad.
It really is. It's
oh my God, you caught me. My God, I thought I could get away with that murder. Come on and get me.
We thought somebody was coming in the door. I was getting ready to get behind
you. guys are more paranoid than I am.
I was getting ready to jump behind you.
I'm not reaching for anything. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, you know, in my profession, I don't like sitting on my back.
Next time we'll put you in Chris's chair.
I built this place for this reason.
But I actually liked Chris's first reaction because it was like this.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm under the table.
I always want to have my back to the wall somewhere so I can see who's coming.
There's a brick behind me.
Yeah.
Are you going to have any kind of town hall coming up real soon for the holidays to let people come in and meet and greet and talk about ways to protect themselves during the holidays?
We don't have any town halls currently. One of the big initiatives we're doing now is security education and security assessments for religious facilities.
Yes.
When they had the shooting at the Christian school out in the Midwest, that really bothered me. And I got to reading and seeing a bunch of assaults here and there and a lot of churches here and there. And we've offered, security evaluations for them before, but we never really pushed it. Well, I put it out on our social media. Trevor advertised it out, and we were doing assessments for and training for churches and religious locations. And we expand that to businesses. If a business wants to, we'll do it for them as well. But that's a push we're doing right now. I just
much needed, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's sad.
It's horrible.
It is.
We heard Chris talk about
but and I was invited to one of the sessions.
Yep, and my guys do a good job. I got a couple to do it. Captain Dixon's one of the main ones.
That's what I was going to mention.
That's
your
my
favorite guy.
That's my favorite
I remember
guy.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to mention Bruce.
Yes. That's my baby.
Anything coming up we need to know about?
No,
Followed by my next question, anything coming up you don't want me to know about?
maybe, maybe.
As long as it's always in the works.
I'll
That's the way it should be.
I'll let you know as soon as it's finished.
As soon as it's finished.
Those are the ones that I like.
Yes, yes.
You have the perfect response for both questions.
I do have one question. I heard in social media gossip, of course,
Oh, goody.
that it was being said that ICE was in Jacksonville. Have you heard anything?
ICE has been in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like you were thinking.
Right.
And it's not necessarily ICE. If illegal immigrant, someone here in our country illegally tries to get on the base,
Oh.
that is a no-go. That is
That's a
big
stupid
deal.
Like boat, car,
And-
or shoes, right?
And they will detain them, and then ICE will come up and get them.
Oh, okay.
But as far as operations, no. I've
Right.
had conversations with ICE resident agent charge here for this region.
Mhm.
No, they're not going to come to your church. No, they're not going to go to the college. No, they're not going to go to a school.
Right.
They are targeting individuals that are not only illegal but also criminal, have done other criminal acts. And it's not some random
Either in this country or
Right.
other countries,
Right.
folks, by the way.
this country or other countries. But no, there's been no quote operations here. And they would contact me, obviously, if they came here.
Now, let's just say our esteemed leader in Raleigh has said, we don't want you in Raleigh, ICE.
hmm
Y'all don't need to come to us. How do you feel about them deciding they need to come to Onslow County for an operation? They're going to notify you, like you say.
If there's a need, then they come.
You're
If
going
they
to
need our
assist?
help, we're going to help them.
Okay, there you go.
I actually and we do the 287G program with them.
Mhm.
So if someone is in our jail and they are illegal, we check them. And
You're
if
gonna
it's
hold 'em.
and if it's one they want, we can hold them for very short period of time, and gives them opportunity to come get them. If they don't want to come get
Yeah.
them, then they don't.
Mhm.
Have a call for
Who's
it.
your favorite?
Some of the places. Now, before we get to our caller, it was at one time back in one of the schools that I took. If a police officer requests your assistance, then it was primarily at that time was in case other law enforcement officers from another jurisdiction. If you request a deputy out of Craven County who happens to be here, you request him to assist you in doing something. It used to be a misdemeanor if he did not comply. I don't know whether that's still the case or not.
I don't believe that's the case anymore.
Okay. But anyway, I don't know of any cops who would not assist.
No, they will. I mean, I've assisted
Everywhere.
officers in other counties
Mhm.
before when it looked like they might have needed some help.
Uh-huh.
Walk up close if I thought they might gonna need some help and just wait and kind of acknowledge each other.
Yep.
But yeah, when they help us.
Okay. So
Onslow County is a good county to be law enforcement in
it
because
is.
it's
I think most places in North Carolina are.
Yeah.
Most places, all the places I've been are. Anyway, Theo, good morning. We're the Deplorables. Could we help you?
Good morning, deplorables.
I can beat you to the punch on that one, Theo. Go ahead.
Sheriff, how you doing?
good, sir. How are you doing?
All right, you love this drama country, don't you?
I couldn't hear him. Right.
You
You
love
like
us.
this
We're
drama.
he calls us drama country.
Oh, drunk.
Welcome
You
to drama
love
country.
showing up at drama country, don't you?
Well, my occupation is full of drama all the time.
All right, believe you.
Yeah, one
All
side
right,
or
I'll
another.
ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If ICE shows up here and they start to take in people that are American citizens, the sheriff department, the police department, aren't you supposed to be protecting the American citizen?
Absolutely will.
Isn't that part of the duty?
Absolutely, 100%. If I think they are
Okay,
picking
so-
up someone who's an American citizen, I'm gonna try to intervene.
Okay. Now, you've seen stories. I heard what you just said, but you've seen stories they're taking American citizens, they're breaking windows, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. Like, if they come to Jacksonville and they start doing that kind of stuff, shouldn't the sheriff and the police department go with these people? And if one of your citizens says that I'm an American citizen, don't you want to see proof? And when they show them proof, they say that that's not legit. and they take them in for 2-3 days, and then they find out they are citizens, and they let them go. What do you think about all this kind of stuff?
Well, I don't know the records or the methodology they use to do the checking for it, but I noticed the checks and balances on it.
Yes.
I'm sure they probably do occasionally make a mistake or make an error. I've actually heard of one case where an individual came to them and said that he was illegal, and they processed him through, and kind of find out some family members showed up later and proved he was not. So, and they released him. I don't know the whole situation behind that, but I'm sure they have some checks and balances. But if I'm present and I see somebody and I think that they're making a mistake, I have a duty to intervene.
Exactly.
So most certainly.
And I hope that happens, because it's not I don't see enough police officers walking around with ICE. They're letting them do whatever they want.
Well, you got to think, in a lot of places they're at right now, or a lot of them are sanctuary, quote unquote, areas, and like Chicago, and they're not letting local law enforcement assist them. So no, you're probably not seeing them. So
why? You still need the process, don't you? Even if they're sanctuary cities, they're still grabbing the citizens over there. Who's going to stop them?
But you said you don't see local law enforcement present with them. If they're not allowed to be present with them, then they're not there.
If the bosses won't let you,
the bosses won't let them. And I find that a bad idea, partially because of what you just said. I want to make sure that a regular citizen or a naturalized or citizen from this country doesn't get tangled up in it. If I can
exactly. I'm glad you're thinking that way. I'm getting the right answers from you. But, we'll see what happens if they come here, and what's going to happen and who's going to. But what do you think about the people that are going to the process and they're going to courts to update their papers, and ICE is waiting for them outside the door when these people are doing the right thing and they've been here for 20, 30 years? So you think this is America?
Well, from my conversations with ICE, they have individuals that they have come up that have criminal records, that have been ordered to be deported. That's who they're focusing on. It's not a net type thing where they're trying to go and round up a whole neighborhood. They go in looking for one particular individual, and sometimes other individuals get found while they're doing that. But it's not that they're going to go to, they're not going to go to a particular location and try to stop everybody who they might think's illegal. They're looking for particular individuals they have intelligence on.
They have targets.
Yeah, they have targets that they're working on.
So you see them going to these construction sites and they're picking up people in North Carolina. How many construction sites do you think the people are going to show up and they're going to put a halt to construction sites because they're afraid? How about our Mexican restaurants that people are worried they're going to pop in there and do? The whole country is up in arms in this stuff. I mean, really, what's going on?
Well,
I mean, I think you should be with ICE and everything, but what's going on?
Well, I think you should be in this country legally. Illegally, you should not be here. You should go through the process to be here, and most folks do. I have some friends of mine that are here from other countries that went through the process, and they talk about how long it took them to go through the process, but they went through the process and they're wanting to be, a part of America. They're not sneaking in and, for whatever reason. So, I mean, I support legal immigration.
I don't know about you, but some of those individuals that I've met and dealt with in the past, they were a whole lot more American than a lot of Americans that I was having to deal with.
There's one in particular that is more anti-legal immigration than most people are there, because it bothers them that they went through the process, the steps,
the right way.
And then there's somebody who just came here and has been kind of living under the radar for whatever length of time. But I'm gonna protect the citizens of Onslow County. That's what I'm sworn to do, and I'm going to do it, plain and simple. And I'm gonna protect the Constitution of the United States, and I'm gonna protect the Constitution of the state of North Carolina, and the laws of both.
All right, Theo, thank you.
Yes. Just one more question.
Go ahead.
So you talk about coming in legally and going through the process. The real process takes about a year. and you have to have a sponsor, a father has to, a mother has to sponsor you. You know, it's legal paperwork and everything, and they're responsible for you for a year till you get on your feet. We are talking about, let me give you an example. You saw what happened in Jamaica, right? The whole country got devastated, that storm, right?
Yes.
Those people, they're flooded, they can't live there, and it's pretty bad. Let me ask you, if 5,000 of those people got on a boat and came around into North Carolina, okay, would you let them in? They wouldn't have any papers. But you saw what happened in Jamaica.
That would be the responsibility of the federal government to make that decision.
It's not
You
you.
know,
It's not
people
you.
that get devastated by a storm, you know, honestly, I'm worried about more so those that got destroyed by Helene than I am down there. Because, I mean, this is my country and my responsibility to try to help make it safe.
Right. I'm giving you an example of how a disaster can happen in minutes, and are looking to get out because they can't live there anymore, and they get on a boat and they come over here. Won't we let them in to help them out? I mean, what are we talking about? Everybody cannot go through legal.
Where do you draw the line?
The draw line is because we didn't have enough people, enough judges, enough lawyers to vet these people that were coming in. That was the problem.
True. We don't have enough people to vet these people to make sure terrorists or criminals are not coming in. So I agree. They should not just be able to allow this to walk
immigration
in.
reform. Do you have anything that sounds like immigration reform from this administration?
I've gotten some age on me now, and there's been conversations about immigration for as long as I've been paying attention to the federal government.
Yep.
I don't think either side has done a great job at it, quite frankly. You know, and the last administration with the wide open door policy has got us where we're at now. That's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, Sheriff, I'm glad to hear you gave me a good answer there, that you're going to protect the American citizens.
Absolutely.
I know that's your duty, and that the police, that's what they're supposed to do. So thank you very much for showing up, and don't drink anything from those people, okay? All right.
I'll make sure I don't. I'm good to talk with you this morning.
Have a blessed day, CEO.
See, that's what happened to Theo. He drank something in here one time. Thank you, Theo.
I'm going to call you back because I got a good question for you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little timed out here.
I know you are.
I would like to say one thing before I leave, though.
Yes.
Holiday season's coming. One of the most common crimes in Onslow County is theft from vehicles, neighborhoods, shopping centers. Hide your belongings, lock your cars, and take your keys. Extremely preventable crime. Very rarely does anybody break glass to get in. So if you hide your valuables, lock your car, and take your keys, will be a great help to you.
Yeah, I carry
and
a blanket in the back, and that I put packages down the floor and throw the blanket over top of them. So
If you're in shopping centers and doing whatever, when you're out shopping, you're going to make 12 trips to your car from store to store to store. You'll take those things and take them home. If you don't have a trunk, take them home. Don't keep filling your car up. And
if you had a shopping area parking as close to the front door as you can,
right.
as most lighted area you can.
Yeah.
And if you're shopping late at night, I request a lot of the ladies go in with more than one person.
Right.
Good advice.
Right, good advice.
And when you get through with Christmas Day, those big screen TVs, all that stuff that you got boxes for, don't stack it alongside the road until the morning that they're going to pick it up.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it and you're going out of town immediately after Christmas morning, when you open up all that crap, do not put them outside at all.
Don't. I mean,
you come home.
If you're going to get rid of something like that, try to break it down and get it into the container so it's not visible. If it's cardboard, you can carry it to the recycle yourself and put it in a recycle. But no, don't advertise that you got nice new stuff.
No.
It's a bad idea. So don't do that.
And very few people, like the sheriff said, they're not going to, if you've got your cars parked in a parking lot, you'd be surprised how many people will leave them unlocked. If you want to, you know how cops catch these guys? Because they walk through and they look at a guy and they see him going through car to car to car and trying the door handles until he finds one that's open.
And they'll do that in neighborhoods at night.
They'll do the same thing.
They've done it to my truck.
You know, just make sure you lock it.
Motion detectors, lights that come on when somebody shows up, dogs barking,
Security
whatever.
cameras are great.
Yes.
They're all over here,
Yep.
inside and out.
I have a Ring doorbell, like when you
And the gators.
approach it, it automatically announces recording started. And that's
Was
a
that
great
right?
deterrent. Yes.
And
I mean, it is actually recording.
if you're having something delivered to by a delivery company like UPS, Amazon, or you know, whoever, try to have an area where they can see when they walk up there, they can set the package behind.
Yep.
If it's a planting pod, if it's some
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of something,
Mhm.
you know, my neighbor actually has a large trash can and has a little note on top of it, drop boxes in here.
Yep.
And so
Wow.
if people come by, they see a garbage can.
They're
They
not
don't-
going to go through
Right.
that.
They don't see packages. So try to get them to hide
That's
them
not
for
a
you
bad
if you will. And if you hear it's delivered, which you get notifications now,
Right.
they'll
They do
notify
now.
you.
Yep.
Get it picked up as quick as you can.
Yeah.
And like Amazon now is also offering different places you can have it delivered to, like your drugstore around the corner.
Yep.
You can pick where
Really?
you want it delivered to. So if you're not going to be home,
I'm going to deliver mine to the jail.
I've left notes in my mailbox
Please
saying,
don't.
Disregard that.
I will say I
701
got
Mill
a
Avenue.
delivery the other day. I got a text message. It was an automated message from the driver,
Right.
and it said, "I'll be delivering in 15 minutes. Please lock your dog up."
Really?
Yeah. And I replied, "You're good." And in a few minutes, I got a reply back, package delivered. And I'm like, wow,
That's
I've never
wonderful.
had that
That's
happen
the way to
before.
work it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
So,
Smart people. That just got has been
Yep.
attacked by a dog somewhere.
I know, right? But it was computer generated, like
Yeah.
you know, I guess it's something new they're trying, I guess. But I thought it was
That's
a bad idea.
great.
And sorry it took so long, but
No, I appreciate
stuff out
it.
here.
And I asked in this upcoming election, I would appreciate everybody's support.
I don't think you have to
Yes.
worry about
We've
that.
tried extremely hard and to bring you as good a sheriff's office as we can. I
You
think
have.
we're doing a decent job, and we have some projects we're still working on. So
I don't know of anybody that thinks otherwise.
And I'm
I appreciate
volunteering right here and now. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know.
I appreciate
I'll
that.
be glad to come out and assist.
We have an excellent sheriff's office, and if I
We
can
do.
take any more of your phone calls for you, I'll be happy. No,
No problem.
So you keep coming.
Try to edit them out a little bit. Thank y'all. You have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you,
Have a
Chris.
blessed
One of these days,
Thanksgiving
we
too.
just go
You
talk
too.
about the funny calls that you end up getting. I want to hear some of those one day.
Some of them make you scratch your head.
No, they won't. I'm sure.
See you tomorrow morning.
Y'all
Thank you,
take care.
Sheriff. See you in the morning. Be safe. Okay,
Weather before I get to do my
I like that.
thing.
Yeah, we'll do a quick weather.
Okay.
We
I just want to
got,
mention something about tonight.
yeah, we got some weather.
Weather or
And some of it's going to be good. Some of it's not going to be good. But anyway, whatever. We got some high pressures. It's offshore sliding through. High pressures is kind of good. Above normal temperatures for us this time of year. Get cooler and drier next week. Okay. Offshore today, southeasterly winds of about 5 knots. In other words, nothing. Southwesterly this afternoon sees around 2 feet. Great opportunity to go offshore today. I haven't said nothing about tomorrow. Sounds and rivers will be flat, increasing to a light chop this afternoon. Tomorrow, 15 to 20 knot winds out of the southwest except when they're gusting to 25. Not good. Seas 3 to 5 feet. That's going to be choppy because they're going to be close together. Sounds and rivers choppy. Sunday, northerly winds 15 to 20, becoming northeasterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon, 3 to 5 footers. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Probably I saw a long range for Monday. If you can't go today, you can take Monday off and get sick. Like you're whatever. Okay. Your turn.
Today, am I up?
You are.
Yeah.
We are now. Today, a chance of rain mainly before noon, mostly cloudy with a high near 70. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 61. Saturday, a slight chance of rain between 8 and noon, then a chance of rain and thunderstorms after noon, mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Saturday night, a chance of rain, mostly cloudy with a low around 47. And Sunday, high with a sunny with a high near 65.
Okay. Real quick,
Okay.
Yes.
at the Naval Hospital out there,
Okay,
okay?
good.
Naval Regional Medical Center, that medical center at Camp Lejeune. No elective surgeries until the 10th of December because they
Right.
put a hold on it due to HVAC problems.
Oh my goodness.
Don't know about it. Spokeswoman says staff is now rescheduling surgeries that were scheduled through December 10th. So get ready for it. The trauma center's open. The hospital is still operating. 2 operating rooms available for emergency and trauma use as needed.
Right.
They don't want to tie those up for elective surgery because they got limited facilities for it. So if you got something elective coming up, you're going to have to wait.
Yeah.
Now,
Speaking of the trauma center, real quick before I go to football, Kathy and I are collecting sweatpants, sweatshirts, and socks for the trauma center out at the Naval Hospital, because when people leave the trauma center, they only have the gowns left.
Not good.
No, so if you have those, please contact us, and we'll make sure to pick them up and get them out to the folks at the trauma center. Football tonight, Scotland, the Scotland Scots are coming to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to mention something about the game tonight. They are about dead even in every category. Pat,
Shut your mouth.
no. There's a reason I'm saying this.
Yeah, I know.
The one category that we can beat them, we can have our Cardinals continue to go undefeated, is to show up at the game and support
cheer.
the team.
Yes.
They're coming from Laurinburg.
I have
That's
my
what's
belt.
going
Do
on.
you need to hear it?
Do you have it with you?
Yes.
Yeah. We need to hear it tonight, but what we need is Cardinal fans in the stands.
We need those stands filled. We want them. I can hear it already from over there. We need the stands filled to capacity, over capacity, overflow. Standing room only is good.
It is wonderful. Even if you're not a Cardinal, you're an Onslow County resident, get out there and support the players, the coaches, the cheerleaders, the band.
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Because it means a lot.
So
Folks,
bring your noisemakers.
Folks, the Cardinal players need fan support tonight. It's a big game.
Right.
Come on in. We'll be there early as usual. We'll be up in the first set of bleachers. Just if you're standing there facing the press box overhead, and look just to the bleacher set, just to the right, about 2 or 3 rows down from the top to the right side of that aisle. That's going to be where we will be. We'll all be dressed in red. The 3 of us, my wife, the 3 of us all went to Jacksonville High School, different centuries, but we
different centuries
than y'all are. But it's, come on out, support the team, and because they're doing dang good right now.
Right.
There'll be classes from 64, 65, 66, 68, 70, 72, 76, and more.
Yeah. I was in 4 of those classes by myself to start with, and then I had to keep going. But no, 64. Who's going to be there for 64? Well, I know there are people there because we see them every year, every week.
Yeah, they're there. But I just got to say this team is very close to the Cardinals in every aspect of the game. But the big thing that makes the difference is third down when the Cardinal fans are making noise.
And I want to hear that PA announcer tonight. And can we switch over to the PA announcer right now? I want to hear third down. Third down.
Go ahead.
That announcer is going to say,
Cardinal fans, it's third down. Let's make some noise.
And you'll hear that live tonight from Cardinal Stadium.
Yeah.
So get on out there. Chris is doing a marvelous job, and he's got the team motivated. He's got the cheerleaders motivated who motivate us, and he's got the whole blasted side of that Cardinal Stadium is us.
Absolutely love it when you say something about the cheerleaders and they turn around and their smiles are so big.
Oh, yeah.
It's just awesome.
And the band down there.
And the band.
So I know you don't get a chance to hear the band, and because that's soundproof booth almost up there. I need to put you a microphone outside. I can do that. I got a little PA's. I can do that.
I'm just I am very honored to have been asked to do it.
Well, I'm pleased that you accepted the invitation.
Yes.
And for the folks out there at Jacksonville High who make those decisions, thank you. Not just from us in here, but from the fans, because we hear from them a lot.
Yes,
my
we
God.
we got a lot of private messages last week. A lot.
Oh, yeah, did we? And I also, one more time, thank you, folks, for I don't know how many it is now, but the last time I counted, it was like 24,000 people who looked
it's
at
gone
the
up
post
since then,
with the photos on it.
Yeah.
Plus the other 6,000 or 8,000 that looked at the just the fan pictures in the back. You know, I like shooting pictures.
Yeah, there's one you need to delete.
Oh no, I'm going.
No,
a
that was a
star.
good picture.
What I'm going to do
I'm
with
gonna
him this
delete
time?
mine.
What I'm going to do with him this time? That PA announcer. Here's what we're going to do. I got Photoshop. Now, are you afraid?
Chop somebody's picture in there.
No, you're going to be on top of the stand.
Oh.
You're going to have OSHA coming to see you. You know that, right? Because I'm going to put you on top of the stand with a microphone and an umbrella holding it so you can jump off. Maybe I'll put you in mid-flight on the way down, mid-fall. Kidding, maybe.
Uh,
No, it's fun. The games are fun. They love, and I do love the reactions from you guys, and we do love the noise
yes,
when
we
you're
do.
there. Y'all can't make enough noise because I'm half deaf, so that's why Lee sits to my left side. Next side, I can't hear out of.
Yeah, you'll notice there's not a lot of noise being done when our offense is out there.
Oh, we
We're
don't
very
want to
quiet.
disturb
Oh,
them.
we're like
Very
this.
quiet, yeah.
We
Yes,
don't want to disturb
yes.
them.
But
But
when
when
the
he's
other-
got that ball and he's on the run, on the
But
move.
when the other team has it, yeah.
Good luck to Northside
Yeah,
tonight, also.
we become the offenders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm as
Yeah,
offensive as they come.
A new name.
I am the offenders. There you go.
From
That's awesome.
deplorables to
Offenders. We keep it mostly legal, mostly delicate, and we are not profane. I
No.
cannot say that about everybody
No.
up there. And we're not threatening. We just don't want them to win.
But Laurenburg will bring a crowd with them, and we need to have a bigger crowd, please. Please,
Okay,
please.
we know the sheriff. Let's put some cars out there on the roads coming this way.
Mm.
We'll let their team come in, but we're going to stop everybody else. What do you think? I'm sort of kidding. 38-year-old Kevin Leno was arraigned back in August for the murders of two Massachusetts men back in 2010 and 2012. Now, that's a long time ago. Investigators say he may be linked to other murders across New England. Those murders occurred 2 decades or more ago. Federal authorities are assisting in the case as multiple states, multiple jurisdictions are involved. It's been thought for a number of years that bodies that have been discovered would be the work of one person. Leno hasn't been charged with additional murders yet, but authorities indicate that could happen in the coming months. And if you see his picture, you would arrest him, try him, convict him, sentence him, and probably punish him just based upon his face and the additional adornments that he has placed there. He is the kind of guy you would pick out of a lineup without any problem. Let's put it that way.
Have you seen the new pictures that came out yesterday from the National Transportation Safety Board's investigation into that UPS cargo plane that
No,
crashed?
I didn't see what.
Oh, it's Theo again. They actually have pictures frame by frame showing that engine and the area that it was attached to coming off
coming off.
and actually going right up into the air before it rolled
Terrible.
over and hit.
Terrible.
It was crazy. They said that it had structural cracks already in it, and
Yeah.
evidently they were just ignored. So
It's not good. Theo, good morning. You're back.
Good morning, double deplorables. How you doing?
No, we're the offenders now.
Oh, you're the offenders, all right.
Yes.
So listen, this is what I want you to do to me tonight when you go to the game,
mhm.
Mr. Legalized Brutality Promoter. I
Yes.
want you to look at the game, and I want you to look at the lineman, and one that has a full knee brace. And I want you after the game to go ask the kid what is wrong with his knee. And then, as a grandfather, you can tell him how he's going to live at his golden years without damaging his knee. Okay? You can report it on Monday.
I can answer it right now.
You have the nerve to do that.
I can answer it right now. Most of the players wearing knee braces. If we're talking, are you talking about the black one that goes about around both sides of the knee?
Yeah, the full knee brace.
Right. They use that. It's actually used.
Why he has it on.
It's actually used for protection.
That's right. That's just
Okay.
what the word I got from a very sportsy guy. Most of the linemen wear knee braces to protect themselves.
They're not all wearing them for protection.
I
Okay, some of them have problems.
Oh, well,
Anyway, you try one of them and see if it's for protection and there's nothing wrong with his knee.
I mean,
And let me hear you on Monday, and then I'll call you back.
I've worn knee braces, and I didn't
Okay.
I didn't play football ever.
Okay. So you
I
had a
wore
different reason. We're talking about a different reason here now.
Okay.
All right?
One reason or another. I
Anything on the Epstein files? Anything?
they're being
Nothing to
released a
say.
little bit at a time.
Well, he
Nothing
could
to
have
say.
released him. He ran on that. I'm going to release the Epstein files.
And he did.
He said it.
It's over with.
Okay, so why is it in 9 months and we have Congress not showing up, and we have to take votes here, we have to take votes here, now we have to sign it.
It's because
and,
Donald Trump hasn't
yeah.
done his job. He hasn't done anything that he promised he was going to do.
And who were the ones that refused to sign the bill?
30 days to release it. Release it right now. Why 29 days? You guys are something else, let me tell you. You are something
So
else.
are you, Theo.
By
But
the
we
way,
love you.
I forgot to tell the sheriff, those two ladies that he met yesterday, they're both immigrants. He should check their papers, make sure they're in here legally.
He probably did.
Okay, good. All right. Have a
Thank
good
you.
time tonight.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a blessed weekend.
PSA that just came out, and this is from the Sheriff's Office app. Coons Fork Road shutdown. Coons Fork Road
Where
at the
in the world was
intersection
that?
of Irvingtown Road is shut down as a result of a multi-car collision. Please use alternate routes such as Turtle Shell Road to Gregory Fork Road to Bannerman.
Where
That's
where
off.
is this
It's
location?
Yeah, you
down
go up
111.
250. Yeah.
111 off 111.
Well,
Going to the airport, you got a problem?
Well, Coons Fork, you can also access it from 258
Yeah.
too. You go that way. But anyway, Coons Fork Road at the intersection of Irvingtown Road is shut down at the moment.
They call
Don't
it
go that way.
a crash. Good. Yeah, just looking at that. Good. That's one of the benefits of having that system there. You guys might want to put that on your phones. I don't do apps. I hate apps. I hate that
love
word
'em.
app. It just sounds so demeaning. App. But that's one of them that I do have. I've got a couple. The other one is a ham repeater frequencies because I travel and I like to know what they are and wherever I am, so I can program my radios accordingly. But this is an app that's good.
Yep.
This and a radar
Very
app.
good.
If you can find a good radar app, I do buy radar just in case anybody is interested, and it shows up really good stuff and very close pinpoint. You can zoom into it. It allows you to do stuff without giving you a bunch of there's a chance of this and a chance of no. No, just here are the facts. You look at it, you decide. Is it coming your way? You might want to know. Okay, ball game is tonight. The game time kickoff is at 7:00. I get there early. Come on, find a
Yeah.
seat. Come by and say hey. Grab a seat around us if you want to. It's going to be warm. Low overnight's about 60. I would bring something that for breeze because this time of year, any kind of a little breeze and 60
Makes
degrees
it
to
feel
me is cold.
Right.
But we'll be up there and we'll be wrapped up in blankets and stuff. No,
Should you get
Not
hot
tonight.
and warm, come up into the press box where it's
Yeah.
50 degrees.
and if you need to store your ice cream while you're there, just take it into the press box because it is cold.
Cool. Yeah, I couldn't stay.
Mhm.
I go up there to see Chris, and I'm like, nope, I'm out.
I'm not sure why you don't have icicles from the window there.
It's actually it's for Will.
No, for
the
real.
guy, the Will.
He's a
Will that's
hot-blooded
running.
guy, individual, right?
He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's from
I may have
Pittsburgh.
to move him over to another window. I'm
In
like,
other words, he's a homesick Eskimo, basically.
He can tell some stories. Pittsburgh snow.
Well, then he just needs to get rid of his clothes and stand up there. And I don't mean naked. I mean just get down to a bathing suit and a t-shirt.
wonder if he's
Flip-flops.
lost a skirt.
I knew that was coming. I was hoping one show. No.
If any of y'all who worked during the Veterans Parade, if you found a skirt, we
Red,
didn't
white,
know
and
what
blue.
it was, but it's a red, white, and blue one. Please call us on Monday, and we would like to give it back to Chris, or tonight if you would like to. Bring it on to the Stadium, Cardinal Stadium. If you don't want to give it to Chris direct, just throw it up at us. We'll give it to him. Oh, we would love to give it to him. I'll hang it from
Lee, you're thinking it, don't say it.
I'm going to hang it from
Yeah, I
that
know
press
what
box
you
from
do.
the outside.
We also have the Jacksonville
Christmas
Chamber, the
skirt.
Jacksonville Onslow Chamber of Commerce
Christmas parade tomorrow,
Yes,
which
we do.
starts at 10 o'clock. The roads will close
there
off at
early.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I would recommend like going and getting into the shopping mall and parking up there towards the road and bring your lawn chairs and
if there's
get ready. Any advice if you have any desire to go early.
Mhm.
Find
Yeah.
yourself a nice, comfortable spot. You can take some of the back roads in, and then you may have to walk a little bit, but find a parking space. Don't park in anybody's parking spaces that you shouldn't be there. Don't park along the road on the roads
And
because they got wreckers.
there is access to Onslow Memorial Hospital from the back roads. So
West Huff Drive.
Yes.
You can gain access to the hospital from West Huff if you have to.
If you have
just
to.
can't cross Western Boulevard.
Yeah. For those who've lived around here for a while, you know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Because there's usually close to 10,000 people.
Why is
Yeah,
this
it's
line.
going to be loaded
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's going to be probably
With
2
weather.
hours long.
Oh, yeah.
So be comfortable, get comfortable, bring a chair. You probably bring something to drink, some kind of hydration because you're probably going to need it.
Hmm.
I would make a facilities call before 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
Definitely.
You understand what I mean, y'all? And the folks who are in the parade themselves are going to be lining up beginning at 8, I think.
Yeah, we have
7:30,
to
8
be there
o'clock.
by 8 o'clock
8 o'clock. Okay, so
at the latest.
they all know that. They got the information. Whether they read it or not, I don't know. When we've been in it, I didn't read it. I just left it up to somebody else. Tell me
Well,
where to go.
it's going
when
to be
be
a
there.
good weekend, so everybody
Yeah.
just be cautious, take care, drive safe.
Yep.
It's not necessary to get anywhere in a hurry.
And don't
Just
get
take your
mad.
time.
Don't do stupid
Don't
stuff.
do road
okay?
rage.
Yeah.
Oof.
I saw a
Get you
whole story yesterday. I think it was on road rage and some of the stupid stuff. And you know that more women
Mhm.
are involved in road rage incidents today than before. In the past, it was always obnoxious men
Hmm.
challenging other men for whatever. But now it's women. They challenge everybody.
Yeah.
And apparently women hate everybody. Where's that coming from?
Everybody be nice.
Yeah,
Just
please.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Just do it like Chris
Enjoy
would
your
do it.
weekend.
Don't do it like I would do it. Do it like I would say I would like to do it. No, seriously, just chill. There's nothing out there that's so important to cause you to have to get stupid.
And if you're going to the game tonight, please come up and say hello.
Please just stop by
Please.
and say, hey,
Rayford will take your picture.
maybe.
Yeah.
I got a good follow up to that. I'll talk about it later. You're live and local, real talk. We'll be back on Monday. Do we have anybody scheduled yet?
Not Monday. We do have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're off, and Friday. I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll be
Right.
back on Monday. We'll have somebody.
We may have somebody.
If not, we'll just
It's
rant and
all
rave
day
and we'll
week.
be offensive on
Right.
Monday.
And celebrate the Cardinal
And
football
celebrate
game.
Cardinal
right.
football.
So,
Have a great weekend, whatever you're doing, and just be safe so you can be with us on Monday.
Have a blessed weekend.
Bye.